If you're anything like me, you're always trying to find the perfect tripod. And as a landscape photographer and a travel photographer, I'm always interested in trying to find the thing that doesn't exist. The firmest, strongest, solidest isn't a word, most solid tripod at the lightest possible weight. And one that shrinks down to just about next to nothing and fits inside your bag. In this video, I'm going to compare the K&F Concept 1.5 meter carbon fibre travel tripod with the Leofoto Ranger LS224C tripod with LH25 ball head. The Leofoto is also a carbon fibre tripod, and both of them are sold as travel tripods. So let's talk a little bit about what I need. And for this I need my book. All tripods come with compromises, either by weight or by function or by rigidity or speed of use or general usage. And so for me, what I'm looking for may be different than what you are looking for. For me, I'm a landscape photographer and I do a lot of hiking, so I want a tripod that I can carry with me when I'm hiking, maybe 10 or 15 miles. And so weight is really important to me. If I have carried a tripod halfway across a coastline, I want it to be rigid. I don't want to put my camera on it and get camera movement, otherwise there's no point having it in the first place. So it's got to be very sturdy. And when you're hiking and your tripod is in your bag on your back, you want to be able to get your tripod and your camera out quickly, because otherwise you just feel that, you know, maybe I should just keep on walking. So for me, getting the tripod set up and put down quickly is something that will help me to encourage me to take more photos. And finally, the reliability. I don't want something that is going to fall apart. And so the fittings, the clasps, the general engineering is important to me as well. Okay, so we're going to look at these two tripods and we're going to compare them against a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, so here is the K&F Concept one. It comes in a nice nylon bag. It's padded. It is, let's check here. It comes in at 14 inches or 36 centimeters. By comparison, this is the Leofoto. It also comes in a nice, firm, solid, well-padded bag. But as you could probably tell, it's significantly longer. It's 19 inches or 50 centimeters. So side by side, the K&F is considerably shorter when collapsed than the Leofoto, which is fine. But both would fit in the side of my camera bag and strap in okay. In terms of profile, the Leofoto is a little bit smaller. The Leofoto has 4 leg sections. By comparison, the K&F Concept is one of these styles where there is a center column that folds over. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 leg sections plus 2 center column sections, which gives it extra elevation. In terms of leg locks, the Leofoto has a very nicely engineered feel. It's very easy to open with just one movement. It just feels very nicely engineered. By comparison, the K&F Concept, the materials for the leg locks is not as nice, doesn't feel as good under the hand, and really doesn't give me as much confidence in how solid the locks are. It doesn't feel as well engineered. And that's important, particularly in cold weather. Having used both of these in cold and wet weather down by the coast, this tripod is much harder to use, opening up and changing the leg elevations. In terms of ball head, the Leofoto has a very low profile ball head. It's operated with a single handle, a single knob, which does both pan and release it further to tilt. The actual plate is QR compatible and works fine, but as you can see is very narrow. The Leofoto ball head is a slightly higher profile. It has two controls, one for pan and one for tilt, and the plate is also QR compatible, but has a much bigger profile. When I first got the Leofoto, I was quite concerned about the plate being so small, and also the fact that it only had the one knob to control both the pan and the tilt. I have been able to get it so that just by feel I can now release the pan without opening out the tilt. So it sort of works for me. It's not as good as the K&F having the two controls, but it sort of works for me. Of course, if you're not happy with the ball head, it comes on a standard thread and you can change it. That goes for both tripods. In terms of the lowest height that you can set these tripods, both of them have gradations on where the legs change, and as you can see, the Leofoto goes all the way flat and you can get the camera basically just above the ground. The K&F Concept, you can take out the center column, reverse it, reconstruct it and hang the camera upside down, and in that way you can get the camera nearly to the ground. To be honest, in sort of in the field use, the Leofoto is going to be much more useful in as much as you do not want to be faffing around, particularly if it's cold, with having to take out the center column and reverse it and do all of that sort of stuff. In this test, I'm going to see how quick it is for me to take the tripod out of my bag and construct it, and then to see how long it takes to put the tripod back to its collapsed state and put it back in the bag so I can carry on walking. So one of the compromises with any lightweight tripod often is height, and both these tripods sit at my chest height, and I am a short person. I am 5'6". The advantage with the K&F is it's got a center column which brings it up essentially to my level, eye level, and then goes a little bit higher if you're a little bit taller. The Leofoto doesn't have that. What it does do is it ships with a little extra column, which if you take off the ball head, and that brings you just about to the same height. Now, if you're taller, obviously you're going to probably want this extra height. The advantage here, if you're really looking at trying to minimize your weight, by not bringing this extra sensor column, you can save a best part of 100 grams. In terms of rigidity, having more sections means that the lower sections on the K&F are by design smaller and narrower, and consequently, even though the tripod sits firmly, you can see, I can see here, I don't know if you can see it on the video, these legs flex when I just put the lightest amount of weight on it. By comparison, The legs are staying rigid on the Leofoto. So in terms of rigidity, the Leofoto wins. To try and enhance the rigidity and the firmness of the tripod, the K&F provides a little bag carrier which is underneath, a little hook underneath the centre column, and you can hang a bag, or sometimes I hang water bottles on here, and it's a nice easy system, and it significantly reduces the movement at the top of the tripod. The Leofoto doesn't have that. What it does do is it has a thread at the bottom of the plate, and you could put a hook on there or a carabiner and screw that in if you wanted to do that. So let's run down the scores. The weight, the Leofoto is about 100 grams lighter, and so wins for me. Particularly because of my height, and I don't necessarily need that centre column. In terms of speed of assembly and speed of disassembly, the Leofoto also wins out. In terms of elevated height, the K&F Concept wins, although as I've shown, if you choose to bring that centre column for the Leofoto, you get nearly the same height. In terms of lowest height, that's about the same. In terms of rigidity, definitely the Leofoto wins out. In terms of having a bag carrier, the K&F Concept has that feature. In terms of the ball head, it's about the same. I like the fact that the K&F has tilt and pan, whereas the Leofoto only has the single control. But the Leofoto is a more nicely engineered ball head, so it's about the same. In terms of profile and width, which may be important if you're trying to get it into carry bag, if you're traveling, etc., I think the K&F Concept wins in terms of length, but the Leofoto wins in terms of actual profile. It's a little bit slimmer. In terms of collapse height, definitely K&F Concept wins. And in terms of cold weather usage, I think the Leofoto just tops out because of its fewer legs and better engineered. In terms of function, the Leofoto wins for me. In terms of ease and speed of use, definitely the Leofoto wins for me. With the K&F having that reversible centre column, when it packs down, it means getting it out seems to take a little bit longer. So overall, I'm happy with both tripods, but for me, the Leofoto is the one that I'm going to pack more often. I hope you found this video interesting or maybe useful, and if you have, it really helps out the channel if you give it a thumbs up, maybe think about subscribing, and I hope to see you on another video soon. Until then, thanks for watching, and bye for now.